I missed one bus and accidentally changed my life. About a year ago, I missed my usual bus. It wasn't some dramatic moment. I was running late. The bus pulled away before I reached the stop, and I remember standing there annoyed at myself. Missing that bus felt like the worst thing that could happen that morning. Turns out, it was the best. When the next bus arrived, it was packed. The only empty seat was next to a girl wearing headphones and reading a book. I sat down, and for the entire ride, neither of us said a single word. She kept reading. I kept looking out the window. That was it. Eventually, my stop came, and I got off without thinking much about it. A few minutes later, I heard someone calling out behind me. Hey, I turned around. It was the girl from the bus. Slightly out of breath, she held up my water bottle. Apparently, I'd left it on the seat. She had gotten off at the next stop, realized it was mine, and actually ran back to return it. I was surprised anyone would go through that much effort for a complete stranger. I thanked her, and for the first time, we actually talked. The conversation lasted maybe 2 minutes, nothing life-changing, just small talk before we went our separate ways. At least, that's what I thought. After that day, I started seeing her everywhere. At the bus stop, near a cafe I occasionally visited. At a bookstore, I only went to every few months. The first couple of times felt like a coincidence. After a while, it started feeling like the universe was trying to tell me something. Each time we ran into each other, we'd talk a little longer. A few minutes became 10. 10 became half an hour. Eventually, I worked up the courage to ask for her Instagram. To my surprise, she said yes. From there, everything happened naturally. Messages turned into daily conversations. Daily conversations turned into late-night phone calls. We shared music, swapped playlists, and talked about everything from our favorite movies to our biggest fears. Before I knew it, she had become the first person I wanted to tell whenever something good happened, and the first person I wanted to talk to when things went wrong. Months later, during one of those late-night conversations, she laughed and said something I'll never forget. You know, if you hadn't forgotten that water bottle, we probably would have stayed strangers forever. The crazy thing is, she was right. If I hadn't missed my bus that morning, I would have never sat next to her. If I hadn't left my water bottle behind, we never would have spoken. And if she hadn't decided to run after a stranger to return it, none of this would have happened. It's strange how the biggest moments in your life sometimes start with the smallest mistakes. We're still together today, and every time I buy a new water bottle, she reminds me that losing one was the best thing that ever happened to me.